Hey everybody, welcome back from Warlords of Shadow. This time we're taking on Chapter 5 in the Land of the Vampires. What do you think about that, Arsenics?
I think that one of the heads of the testers of this game is trapped inside that book.
Basically, Eric Alvarez is the God Mask. There you go.
Is that what that is?
So it seems Pan has saved Gabriel once more. His arrival most fortuitous. Gabriel now enters the outskirts of the vampire's territory. A cold winter has gripped this land for centuries, driving out the inhabitants to warmer climes. Those stubborn enough to stay have contended with the cold death that visits them each and every night, taking their loved ones away forever. The vampires thrive in the cold and terrorize the living who crave warmth and companionship. This night a warrior will come, a knight in shining armor with death at his side. He comes for you, creatures of the night.
There you go, Gabriel. Have fun surviving in the wilderness.
He just takes us off the fucking mountain there, flies us up into an even higher mountain, basically north of the wall, drops us off, and, well, party on, Gabriel. It's a Dorito run now.
Mm-hmm. He's excited.
And there's our close-up. Hell yeah, Gabriel is always excited. Did you not see that slight twitch in his face in the cutscene, man?
No, I didn't, because he's constantly looking down, just in case he shows any emotion. He doesn't want anyone else to know.
He is a smart man, which would kind of be hard to notice anyway, because the snow effect here, while it's an interesting gimmick, having like the little snowflakes hit on the camera and everything, needless to say, the fog in the background from it can get pretty hectic and blur up your vision, and a lot of the enemies blend in around here, so it's kind of difficult to see them.
Yeah, I noticed the trolls had a bit of, snow.
Oh man, look, it's Kojima!
Kojima.
I think he's went through puberty, man. His voice is a lot deeper than it was the last time. I don't know.
The Chupacabra is growing up. Don't let it happen.
We beat his ass last time, so I went home and pumped some iron, and now he's ready for round 2. So, once again, this one's a little bit longer than the Chupacabra section in Chapter 4. And by a little bit longer, I mean about, 3-4 times. In that, we actually have enemies around here, and we have to traverse pretty much the entire stage to find the little bastard. Because, I guess, fuck you, Eric Alvarez. I don't know.
Oh, this gimmick again.
Huh. What could possibly be coming up? A giant door that we can't possibly open. Man, how will we ever solve this mysterious puzzle? Lords of Shadow, give me a prompt, please.
They gave up on the prompts. They're just like, you know by now. There's gonna be a giant mound or some bullshit just dropping in.
Even Lords of Shadow is tired of its own gimmick. And speaking of which, yeah, we get a warthog, which is oddly enough enamored by fairies that you can let go, so that'll distract him for a while.
Why? Out of all the animals, why warthogs?
They're a sensitive animal, don't you know?
Yeah, the way they are used in fantasy settings to gore people to death, man. Pretty sensitive.
Well, look, man, when they're not being ridden to, you know, like bash down doors and then, you know, choke to death in like a bondage sort of way, you can usually find your warthogs in your typical art museum, looking up Van Gogh, Picasso, that sort of thing. They're a cultured beast, don't you know? That's why they're extinct now, man. Come on, get with the program, Arsenics.
Warthogs, unicorns, what's the difference? They both have horns.
They're both mystical in their own sort of way.
Close enough. So hey, you got me really excited for this chapter. We're doing the same bullshit we've been doing since chapter 2.
I know. The problem is that this thing is 7 stages fucking long. It does get better. There's some really crazy shit that goes on, but there's, of course, filler. Like every other fucking chapter except for 3 and 4. So I'm having a hard time driving the Warthog here. I don't know what it is. Riding the Warthog here. I don't know what it is. Gabriel, man, he's had enough of this shit. He's kind of out of it now.
Oh, Kojima. You're so wacky.
Unfortunately, no, you can't run him over with the Warthog.
Of course.
That would have been too good. But you could still do stylish cart flips off of it. So, you know, it's give and take.
While killing it.
He is very excited about choking that thing, man. He's got that asphyxiation kind of fetish going on there. Oh, Gabriel.
Why would you start the level with this stupid gimmick?
It's because Eric Alvarez, man. Also, this Chupacabra, on a serious note, is different than the other one. You can't just go up and grab the man, right? Because if you do, he will use Force Lightning on you.
Are you serious?
I shit you not. So now you have to figure this out, which if you read the little scrolls that you pick up, one of them mentions that they love fairies. So just come up here, let a fairy out of your little coffee mug. Apparently Gabriel is a monkey boy.
That's pretty mean.
And then
why are you doing that?
You can grab the little bastard and choke him until he gives you your shit back. Oh, Lords of Shadow, never change.
I don't really have much words for what's going on. I'm just kind of happy that's over with.
Well, I mean, now that we've got our powers back, basically all this stage amounts to is going back. There's a bunch of those breakable walls that you can dash through. They have some upgrades behind them, and we're pretty much done with this level. Also, did you notice the nifty thing about the fairies, man? Did you notice what they do at the end of their little distraction tease?
I did not notice.
Well, the next time I use one, and I think I do a little later on in this chapter, pay close attention, because actually when they get done distracting an enemy, they fucking explode.
What the fuck is this camera doing?
Also, yes, I found out that the Lords of Shadow chase camera does not take kindly to running directly towards it for whatever reason in this stage.
Yeah, I've noticed.
It's almost like Castlevania 64 all over again.
Speaking of older Castlevanias, this stage is named after Castlevania 2, isn't it?
It is the Veros Woods, man. This is the area directly to the right of the starting town. And, unfortunately it's not snowy in there because, you know, NES limitations. Lords of Shadow doesn't have that problem, so they were able to go all out on this. I mean, just look at these awesome color effects that we've got going on here. We've got all sorts of whites, blacks, off-color brown grayish trees.
Pushing the console to the extreme, basically.
This is what the PS3 was designed for right here. Yes, absolutely. Snow effects on the camera. Yes.
Well, to be fair, if Castlevania 2 had a nice level, you know, it'd be so much better.
Honestly, it would be, and it'd probably be better than this. But that's another story, Arsenics. That is another story.
I'm getting whiplash from this camera. I really wish it would stop.
It's pretty horrible in this stage. I don't know why they decided to go with the chase cam for pretty much the entirety of the level, but they did, unfortunately, and it really sucks.
Yeah?
But we're done, man. And plus I want to take out the one good thing of the level. If you look in the backdrop, we finally get to see the fucking castle. When you see the high def version, this looks pretty fucking amazing. I'll give them props on that. That's a good job. And another abrupt level in, because it wouldn't be complete without one of those.
Here's a cool shot of the castle. You may eventually go, oh, that's enough of a view. Sorry.
Yeah.
This village is one of the last vestiges of human civilization left in this place of death and cold. It lies not far from the vampire's castle, our next objective. I have some matters to attend to here, matters that could spoil our plans. I will deal with them and try to rendezvous with Gabriel later. He has not slept in days, not since the girl. The pain is etched on his face still, but in his soul only hatred drives him. We will not speak of it. He must not know I have seen everything, that I have followed him this far.
Tell me that Patrick Stewart is not totally going like all Shakespearean on this shit now. He's really getting into these things now.
I'll have to go back and listen to him again.
You will. There you go. There's the thread challenge. See if you can complete it. Anyway, at the start of the level, if you bust through this little door, because, you know, property destruction is always a cool thing, there's a Brotherhood arc up here that you would think that you'd be able to make it up there by high jumping up there like we did in Chapter 4, but there's an invisible wall there that doesn't go away until you grab the double jump item.
Are you serious?
I shit you not.
Thank God that you are still among the living, my friend.
The Lycan Lord has been defeated. I have his power. What happened here?
I congratulate you on your victory. But these fellows were not so fortunate. Word has spread of our quest. The vampire clan have slaughtered this entire village. And now, they are expecting us. That abbey. I am told the abbot possesses an ancient relic that harnesses the power of the sun. It is said to be capable of burning vampires and reducing them to ashes. That relic protects the abbey and all who take refuge there. But the abbot has barricaded himself inside and filled the building with deadly traps to deter visitors. After years of isolation, some say he has been driven quite mad. He resides up there, in the tallest of the towers. If we could persuade him to give the relic to us, it would give us a tremendous advantage over the vampires. But it won't be easy.
Mad or not, damn him for not protecting his people.
Ghouls!
And now, we get some hardcore co-op NPC action with Patrick Stewart.
I'm ready.
And a new enemy.
Oh, he's powered up.
Ghouls!
Yes, Patrick Stewart, we know. Ghouls, we know.
Doesn't say it again. I hope that's the only thing he says.
Touch me.
No, but oddly enough, Patrick Stewart does not like to be touched. I was really tempted to just dodge these fuckers and let him talk, because he could say some really good things. But I figured that would get old pretty quick.
No way. What would make you think that?
We'll return if we don't block the hole.
Okay, so this is the gimmick. There's various holes throughout this little area here, and there's these statues that you have to get Zobek's help to plug the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, that would totally work physically like that.
Yeah, totally. Don't worry about it.
Now the ghouls, as far as they're concerned, they have a lot of health, they're pretty weak, but you may have noticed that some of them are like glowing a yellowish color.
Mm-hmm.
What that means is usually if there's like a body laying around, they'll actually go over to it and start eating on it, and if they get a few bites off of it, they'll start glowing, and it's basically like a buff. It makes them a little bit stronger, and it gives them a, like a poison breath type attack, which will actually, as the name implies, poison you.
I thought Zobek was gonna get stuck for a second there, by the way.
I have never actually gotten Zobek stuck in any of these things, but I have gotten him to, like, wander around aimlessly. So, he is kind of buggy for whatever reason. Patrick Stewart was not designed well. Anyway, yeah, that's the third statue. Here's the last one. Dodge, or dash through the wall there. Also, by the way, the Jesus Ray works really fucking well on these things.
Oh my god, Zobek, shut up. Please.
I hope you're ready for like 2 or 3 more levels of this shit, man, because we're in for it. He's with us now.
Great. Kinda wish he wasn't now. I was kind of excited about it, but not anymore.
Oh, it gets better. Don't worry. Anyway.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of the gimmick in Gears of War where you have to close the locust holes using grenades instead of using statues.
It's pretty much the same concept, and if maybe I'm wrong here, but I think if memory serves, we run into it like once or twice more later on down the road. But once you get done with the hole plugging, we're done with the level, man. That's 2 quick levels. So we're back to this gimmick. You know, 3 and 4 had relatively long individual levels, but only 2. Chapter 4 has 7 really short levels.
What does it do?
Because we totally needed that to use these fucking door cranks here that we've seen a couple times.
Are you serious? That's it?
It does serve another purpose that we'll see at the beginning of the next stage for an enemy, but like I say, the spike was already fucking there. All we got was the extension, so it makes no plot sense whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was not needed in any regard.
Oh no, it wasn't, unless you think these little wheel opening door mechanisms are plot sensitive. Anyway, that's it, yeah.
We're back to this again. I'm having Chapter 2 flashbacks. Make it stop.
So what'd you think, man? I mean, that's it. That's the first 2 stages of Chapter 5. We found Zobek again. We teamed up. We kicked some of that ghoul ass. We found out Patrick Stewart doesn't like to be touched. It's, I'd say, all in all, a fair day.
I don't know what you want me to say. You want me to say, yeah, I'm excited. Back to Chapter 2. I mean, Chapter 5.
Well, now we're on our way to kill the abbot, man. The corrupted abbot. We've got to go into, like, this little castle area. It's got to be good, right?
Ghouls!
While Zobek shouts one-liners over and over again.
I really hope one time he just spams the word ghouls over and over again.
Somehow I think I wish you could find a segment in the game where you could glitch it up and he just kind of slowly walks up to Gabriel and whispers in his ears, "Ghouls."
You have to push the statue in the hole, Gabriel.
You see, actually, if you put the Konami code in here, there's some DLC that tells you the story behind that line. He's actually talking about the developers, but, you know, keep that on the down low. That's why he says it over and over again.
I see.
Anyway, yeah, I think that's a good spot to call this on.
Yeah? I don't see how we can develop past that. I think that's the high point.
That covers it all. The developers, Eric Alvarez. There you go. That's it, Eric Alvarez.